Hello, welcome everyone. You guys offered some cool subject that I will talk about, and I want to be honest with you. I didn't really know what to talk about, and then I remembered my promise to myself: just make it an open source thing, just do whatever, and don't be judgmental, because I want to post every day. Today, what I want to talk about is just about my lines. Someone said, can you just play some lines and talk about them? Sure, why not? So I thought about setting up this E minor backing track. And then talking about my lines. Okay. So here we go. So what I just played, and that's the first thing that came to mind when I heard this E, kind of E-ish vibe thing. So this is just something like that, right? So, you know, a lot of the times when I see scales, I really like to see them in different intervals. So in this case, there's a sus chord that is it's like diatonic to the scale, and I think it's really beautiful to start, like, you know, take whatever you already know and ask interval questions. Like, if you know the pentatonic scale, like, see if you can play it with fourths. Same thing goes if you go like to E minor. Because guys, you gotta understand, there's so much beautiful stuff that are untapped yet within really simple stuff that we already know. Like, everyone is asking about the altered scale, which is great, and the diminished scale, which is great. Those are beautiful, and they're so beautiful that I have an entire diminished course coming up next week. But the fundamentals sometimes have all the hidden beautiful melodies, and that's something that as a teacher I see a lot of the time. People really want to get into the juicy stuff, the cool scales. Maybe there are some untapped beautiful melodies that are within just, you know, the simple stuff you already know. Take for example like players like B.B. King. B.B. King was very advanced in his own idiom, but you know, fairly, like, most of the time they use the pentatonic scale and the major shapes and stuff like that, and very fundamentals, but I can listen to them over and over and over again without having even a thought about scales or hip stuff, because the beauty of taking, you know, milking an idea, getting the juice out of some sound is something that, I mean, it's like storytelling, guys, you know? And that's something that I just felt like sharing, you know, right now. Anyway, so but back to the phrase, you know, it's, I just love the sound of fourths. It's just a beautiful sound. And what you can do is you can just make sure that you can actually diatonically, let's say you're an E Dorian, that you can take this shape and diatonically move it, yeah, horizontally without losing the scale. And then you can really start grooving these ideas. Right, so that's how I do it, and that was this example. Let's see what else like happens if I improvise. What else can I talk about? Phrasing and stuff like that. As I said, it's kind of like an open source thing. So yeah, I noticed that I really love fourths. and just like the first example, when I used these kind of fourths, now I notice that I use them only on one string. So, and also, even after I played them one string, I then kind of moved into a diatonic sus chord, like sus triad arpeggios. Something that you can definitely learn about at my Galactic Modern Guitar Fundamental course. You know, that's why I made a course about fundamental stuff, like triads and voice leading, because most of the beautiful stuff and control comes from those typically very fundamental stuff. So same thing. I would see E minor, and I would try to move that kind of like vibe of the sus arpeggio. I would move it diatonically to the scale, and that's how a lot of the times I think. Also in terms of like having an idea and just milking that idea and bringing more emotion into it, I like to just have like some subtle movements around something. Let me show you another example of how to kind of repeat an idea but create subtle changes that feel organic, not like forced. And let's see if I can play that. Let me try. So I'm just gonna try and milk this idea, okay? So here it goes. Leaving out some space, maybe starting on a certain point, like in the bar. Leaving some more space, like. Very spacey vibes. Here's those sus arpeggios that I really enjoy. Same idea, subtle changes. So I just wanted to make this video because someone asked about ideas, but I guess like in terms of, this is just a start of a series that I'm talking about phrasing very openly and sharing our ideas with you. What I hope that this kind of like communicates with you guys today is that there's so much in the stuff we already know. Like if you already know just a pentatonic, try and like put a backing track on, put some drums on. If you can learn a DAW like Logic or Cubase and create your own drum loops and record some chords, that's the best because it's your own, you can create your own vibe and explore it. And just take an idea and milk it and like see if you can come up with some different shapes, just thinking about arpeggios and use of intervallic. Don't forget to also experiment with space, like playing an idea and just like resting, and exploring different sonorities, using different sounds. You never know. And that's it. And with that regard and with that spirit, I'm gonna keep exploring myself, and I'll see you guys in the next episode of this open source. Still don't have a name for this episodes, but it's just really fun to do. Alright guys, so please subscribe and like this video. Make sure you check out my online courses on my website, weissguitar.com. Hit that subscribe button and let me know in the comments below what kinds of stuff do you want me to make, like what kind of videos you want me to make. I'm just gonna be very open and talk about guitar and improvisation and scales and whatever you guys want. I'm trying to make 4 videos a week, but let's see if I can make it happen. For now, please make sure to subscribe and make sure to check out my website, weissguitar.com, for some online programs. Anyway guys, this was very fun, and signing off. I'll see you next